All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm delighted to be here while it's still relatively bearable outside. Looking forward to a hot day. And I'm really happy to be standing back here on this site. Some of you will remember that we were here last September to celebrate the groundbreaking for this project. And it's a real pleasure to be back here to do the ribbon cutting and to see the progress from what was at that time just a nice picture on some boards to what now is going to be homes for people in this neighborhood. This project has turned 2 duplexes that hadn't been used in years and years and years into townhomes. So we've gone from 4 to 6 total homes between the 2 sites. And these townhomes are going to be available, they're permanently affordable, and they're available to families that are making up to 60% of the area median income. And what's really exciting about this project, I think, is that each of the townhomes are 3 bedrooms, which is a housing product that is not super common in the rental market in Madison. And they're large. They're more than 2,000 square feet. So this is a great site for families. And not just because of the structure of the buildings, but also because we are literally steps away from the Terrace neighborhood center. So another reason it's a great place for families. And if you go just up there and a little down, you've got a really nice park that kids can go to. They're close to an elementary school. So this is really an ideal location for families that have some young children to come and live. And that's what we're looking for in Madison. We're looking to produce housing that is affordable to families in all neighborhoods all across our city, so that everyone can choose both what type of housing and what neighborhood they want to live in. We're looking to create more and more choices for where people choose to live in the city of Madison. And in some ways, this project is a proof of concept for that. We want to encourage more of what we describe as this missing middle housing, which is just a fancy way of saying that we wanted to prove that you could build townhomes in a neighborhood like this, but that they would look good and that people would want to live in them. And they would fit right in with the neighborhood. Because what we would like to see is the private sector and private developers looking at neighborhoods around town and saying, I could put some townhomes there. I could fit a few more families onto a site that maybe only had one once upon a time. I could put some townhomes near a neighborhood center or near a park or near an elementary school, so more families will have more opportunities. So I'm grateful that our CDA went first, right? To show that this is possible, to prove the concept that we can do missing middle housing, that we can do townhomes in this town, and that they will be successful. And it's also a proof of concept that you can make some smaller incremental changes to invite a few more families into our neighborhoods, and that's going to be just fine. That new neighbors are a good thing, and that we'd like to have more people coming in to be part of our community. So again, I'm grateful for the folks that made this project happen. And this is the type of housing that we're trying to support through my Housing Forward agenda. I'm deeply grateful to the City Council for their support on not just this project, but on Housing Forward more broadly. And we are working to make more projects like this and many other types happen all across the city. So my huge thanks to the folks at the CDA, that made this happen, and they are always thinking, they're always getting creative about how they can further support and advance our housing goals. I want to particularly thank the folks on the CDA board that are here for their leadership. Again, I want to thank the City Council. I want to thank Lutheran Social Services for their partnership in managing this building, as well as some of our other CDA properties. I want to thank KPH for their work, their hard work to actually get the thing built. We appreciate that. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Alder Harrington McKinney to talk a little bit more about the project and the neighborhood. Alder?
Well, good morning. And the mayor has said it all and summarized it. We all advocate for affordable housing, workforce housing. We all want a community where Madison is a great place not only to work, but also to live. Many Madisonians are saying that they're being priced out of Madison because of affordability, because they cannot live in the communities where their children go to school. But if we're going to have communities that are racially and economically mixed, we have to build toward that. What we see behind us is a commitment to build toward what we say we want. It is amazing that this is in a community, in a neighborhood, where we can say, why not? It is my pleasure just to be a part of what this is. It is my pleasure to knock on the door and shake hands with the residents who will be living in this space, in this place. And so we are at a pivotal moment. We talk about affordable housing, but because of the mayor and the city council and the staff, they put that into action. And so now we're moving from what's on paper, what's coming out of our mouths, but what actually will be able to open the door, knock on the door, and families will be able to live in this community. If we want a community that's affordable, we have to build toward that. That means we have to have an assortment of housing at all levels, all incomes, where working people who live and work in Madison will have a great place to live. It is my honor to be in this space, and thank you for allowing me to be an alder that shares in this space. And I'll turn it over now until the nuts and bolts of it and where he is.
Good morning. Thank you all for coming. I also want to start by thanking everyone for their patience with this project. It's been a number of years, and I know it's been a top priority for the Neighborhood Association, for the Alder, for the CDA board, for us to take housing that was not able to be occupied and turned into something brand new. And I want to just reemphasize that the only way that that's possible is because of the partnership between the CDA and the City of Madison. So we were able to work hand in hand with our colleagues in planning and zoning to figure out exactly what it would take to do infill missing middle housing here in the city. It took financial resources from the City of Madison, and then the CDA provided a site and project management to really go through the process and figure out what it would take to build this kind of housing here. So again, I just want to thank everyone, all of our partners, and I guess we'll get to the ribbon cutting.
Ralph, you want to come
Yeah.
here? Grab that in.
Do you want to move this? Or are we going to do it right here?
We're going to do it right here, stretch it down
Okay.
that way.
So there you go. All right, so why don't you come over here?
Okay.
We're going to get a whole bunch, because we need the scissors right here. We're going to get a whole bunch of hands on these scissors.
Away from the blades.
Okay, yeah, don't touch the blades. All right.
Count us down.
And 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.